Yeah. So how was the week, man? Well, it's only Tuesday. It's just getting started. How was your Memorial Day weekend?
It wasn't. Can't do that. Can't knock the camera down. It wasn't too bad. Wasn't. I'm about to go to PA to see the family this week, so Thursday. And a lot
Okay.
of my friends up north, they just got into golf when I started getting into golf.
Okay.
So, the trash talk in the group chats have started. So I went yesterday to play, and bro, I played the worst golf of my life. So I'm a little nervous now, but I'm ready. I know
Oh,
that's the worst.
well,
I'm like, ah.
it's so it sounds like you're putting a little pressure on yourself because you want to go ahead and hand it to these cats. You
Listen,
want to show them
you
what's
gotta
up.
show 'em. Exactly. Just gotta show 'em. But
Yeah.
I gotta just take a step back. I went today to the range just to dial some stuff in. I think
Hmm.
I figured it out, but we're gonna see. It's go time. That's all.
Yeah, man. Yeah, don't put too much pressure on yourself. You
Yeah,
just got to show up and just kind of just go through your motions and be ready to play, right? And if you try to
exactly.
put that cart before the horse, this game, it just gets you in trouble real
Big
quick,
time.
real
Quick.
quick. Okay, so that's good. So that's good. I'm glad your boys are just getting into it. So now they're ready to
Mhm.
play. Now, did you get them into playing, or did someone else introduce them? How did they start playing?
No, so golf, growing up where I'm from, golf wasn't a thing. It was all about maybe playing ball, doing other activities. So golf was something in the back burner. So once
Mm-hmm.
I started 2 years ago, and they weren't really feeling it. But once I started the clothing line, then they're like,
Mm-hmm.
"All right, let's see." A few of them, they're like, "Let's see what this is all about." Now they're hooked. So it's been
Ah,
pretty cool to see them getting into it and enjoying something. Now all of us can hang out and play some golf.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's beautiful. The clothing line. So that's what I love to hear is they just kind of poo-pooed it, but
yeah,
once you went in and okay, I got this clothing line that goes along with this new passion of mine. They gravitated towards that and said, let me support JaQwan. Let me get
Mhm.
on this. Let's see what this is all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
that was the especially for family too, not knowing nothing about golf. Like my older brother, he ain't having it with golf, but now he's willing to either even go play around with me.
Mm,
He's never touched a club. I brought the clubs to a baby shower, and all the family they're hitting, trying to hit the driver. And it's just cool to see now that I started
okay.
from never wanting to say nothing about golf, talk about golf, but now
Mm, mm,
it's gun ho because that's how when I love something, I jump into it, and that's
okay.
what golf right now. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so you're all in or nothing.
Oh
That's
yeah,
that's
yeah.
you.
Gotta
Okay.
be. Man.
Okay. So let's go back a little bit. What was the thing that got Jaquan into golf? What was the spark? What was the catalyst for you to pick
Yeah.
up the game? Who introduced you or how did it come about?
So long story short, me and my wife went on a family vacation with her side of the family, and her
Okay.
older brother lived in England, so he
Okay.
came up to visit with his family, and
Mm,
then we stayed in a resort that had a golf range on it. He was like, "Hey, let's go hit some golf balls." You know me, I'm like, "This, it can't be that hard." I'm
mm,
talking all this jazz. I'm like, "Listen, bro, hit the ball and that's it." Bro, we got out there. I couldn't hit the ball. Like, I got videos of me swinging as hard as I can, hitting the ground. The ball's just sitting there chilling. So after that happened, he grabbed the club. He said, "All right, let me show you how it's done." And he was smoking it. Boom, 7 iron, probably hitting it like 145, 160, because the clubs weren't that good, but he was
mm-hmm.
killing it. And looking back, I was just in awe. I'm like, wait, you mean to tell me he's able to do that with and I can't hit the ball? I couldn't have that. So I went back home. I got a $15 set from the thrift store across the street. And after that, I went to the range and I was able to hit one, just one, really
Mm-hmm.
good like he did. And I said, okay, I
Mm-hmm.
can do this. So
Okay.
really big props to him for he was patient with me that day. He was letting me hit
Mm,
nonstop, missing. And that got me into the get. I was 2 years ago from today, and I never looked back. It's just been something that I love. Every time I think about it, it brings a smile to my face because I'm like, man, I'm actually decent. I'm decent.
Mm,
Not good by any
mm,
means, but
mm-hmm.
I'm decent now. So
Well, I love that, man. Is someone you were at the resort? It's your wife's brother,
yep,
right? Okay,
brother-in-law.
well,
Yep, yep.
brother-in-law. Okay, so he said, "Let's go hit some golf balls." He was patient enough to take you out there,
Hmm.
just let you get a feel for it. He just let you do your thing for a minute,
Yeah.
and he said, "Okay, now let me give you some tips." And he saw you just go after it, and
Hmm.
not give up. And
Yeah.
that's beautiful, man. So he just kind of let you do it, let your natural
Yeah.
ability come into play, and just let you do
Hmm.
your thing. And he goes, okay, let me help you. Let me give you the cheat code. Let me give you the shortcut. Show you what to
Exactly.
do here, right? Okay. And
Exactly.
so you being an athlete, and then basically being a person, a high achiever, I can do this. There's nothing to it. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm just going to knock the ball out the park. So tell me what gave JaQwan that confidence? Like, what other sports have you played to get you into golf and kind of approach it with this mentality like, oh, man, I'm going to crush this. This is nothing to me. What other sports did you play?
You know what? I grew up with my cousins and brothers that were always better than me at
Okay.
basketball, football, baseball. So really, in my mind, I shouldn't even be thinking I could
Hmm.
play a sport like golf. But in my mind, also, I thought it was just hitting the ball.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, it's not as hard as basketball. Can't be as hard as football. Can't be as hard as soccer. Whatever the case may
Hmm.
be. So it was like a flip. Like, all right, if it can't be as hard as those sports, because all I gotta do is hit the ball with the club. So in my mind, I'm like, let's do it.
Hmm.
Finally, something. But boy, that was probably the biggest mistake, biggest mentality you can have walking into golf, because it will tear you up, but then you'll still end up wanting to come back, which to this day,
Hmm.
it's like confusing to me. I'm like, wait, I lost all my golf balls today. Didn't play well. But in my mind, I'm thinking, all right, if I just do something different,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
listen, golf ain't playing that game with you. You better get some
No.
practice in. Yeah.
You got to put your time in 100%,
Yeah.
100%. So it sounds like there was a lesson there. So it sounds like the game itself really taught you something. And
Oh,
like
yeah.
it just kind of, it, number one, obviously, you can't, most people, I think, have that same mind frame that, oh, it's just a stationary ball. It can't be that hard, right? And
Mhm.
so they underestimate how difficult the game is. And some,
Yes.
I dare to say, they don't believe golf is a sport.
Yeah.
And how wrong can they be, right? And so it sounds like there's a lesson there for you that came about. And it sounds like there's some things that in 2 years, there's some
Yeah.
things that you've learned and some hurdles you've overcome, and that this game has kind of opened your eyes to
Oh,
those
yeah.
things. And it sounds like your relationship may be stronger with your brother-in-law through
Oh,
golf.
yeah.
And are there some other relationships that have come from, you picking up the game?
100%. There's people that told people, all right, I'm learning how to play golf. I
Mm-hmm.
love golf. I talk about golf all the time. And there's some people that love golf too, but they're just too ashamed to say it. To say, hey, yeah, I play a little bit of golf. Or I'll be like, hey, let's go play some golf. And they're like, no, that's okay. They get on the course and they've been playing all their lives. They just never told nobody. Because golf has
Mm,
that stigma of
mm,
this is whack, this is not a black man's sport, all this
mm,
nonsense that comes from,
mm,
society.
mhm,
But
mhm,
that was one big thing that just taught me to be more free about loving the game of golf. Hey, you're gonna be trash.
mm,
And that's
mhm.
something that people don't get. Like if you play ball, and go on the course, on the court. See, I love
Yeah,
golf so much, calling it the court.
yeah,
Go on the
yeah.
court and shoot a three. You might shoot a three once or twice during the game, and then, you know, think it's not that easy, or think you're really really good. But then go on the golf course and then think you can play golf. the same way
Mm,
you do other sports, and you quit at hole 4 because you don't got no
mhm,
more balls.
mhm.
And it's so many people I took on the course that I'm just like, hey,
Yeah.
bro, it's not that easy. Don't think it is. And they be like, come on, all I gotta do is hit the ball, and then they hate the game of golf from that day forward. Because I try when you try to warn
Mm,
people,
mhm,
yeah.
mhm.
So
They
that
don't get it. They don't get it till they're in the mix of it. So I want to go
yeah,
back to something that you said is so when what you're learning and since you've gotten into it, there are people you've come across that have actually were already playing, but they were ashamed to admit it and
yeah,
share it due to just being ridiculed by others, right? That's very
exactly.
interesting to me that's something that you discovered. But so since you're playing, you basically are living out loud, enjoying the game, playing the game, and you've now given them permission to say, "Oh yeah, I play too. I love
Yeah,
this game too." So that's a beautiful thing, man. I love that. You're giving others a permission just to kind of enjoy it openly. That warms my heart to hear that because I know exactly what you're talking about. That just being ashamed to think something's cool or you enjoy
exactly.
it, but you hide it because others don't think it's acceptable or quote unquote cool.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. And
Wow.
that word cool right there, if something's not cool in someone's mind,
Yeah.
it can have a huge effect on everyone else because if you are the cool kid and you're now
Mm,
saying this thing is whack,
mm,
don't do it. All the
mm-hmm,
other kids that even might they was like, hey wait, I would love to try it, but it's not cool. So and that was a big thing too about the ugly swing, just the whole concept like, hey, you rock this on the course. Like I had the ugly swing on, the gear on, and someone said, he says, man, I don't know how you can hit the ball with that ugly swing. And I just pointed to the back of the shirt. Hey, go to the website. There's 20% off, right?
yeah. Support your boy. Come see
yeah, yeah.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Right now it's just like, hey, it's like when you know you got a messed up hairline and you make fun of yourself a little bit. You be like, yeah, who cares? It's jacked up. I know it's messed up. So what? It takes the power from whatever negativity can be put at you because you're already stopping it with, you know,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
laughing at,
mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. You're already stopping the negativity when you own it yourself. You know what it
Yes.
is, and
Yeah.
those are words to live by, right there. Is when you accept your flaws and who you are as a person, no one can weaponize that against you. You already
Exactly.
realize it. You accept it. You live in your truth. Yeah, no, I love
Exactly.
that. I love that. Tell me, since you mentioned an ugly swing. I don't
Mhm.
like to use the word ugly swing.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't even like to say someone's swing is trash. I tend to stay
Hmm.
away from those types of things because those are to me it's a judgment thing, right? And so
Oh, yeah.
I don't I just like to say someone's inexperienced or they have a unique swing. That's me personally, right?
Yeah.
So tell me the origins of the ugly swing. How did it come to be? Your brand, Ugly
Hmm.
Swing. Tell me how that came to be.
So, not being able to hit the ball the way everyone else does. So, you can watch 1,000 videos on YouTube and they
Mm-hmm.
say, do this, whatever. And all you gotta do is swing. To me, it sounds easy, but I couldn't hit the ball to save my life. So I got my swing is very inside, a closed plane. So you might see the club
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
sometime this way,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone will say, "Wait, put it up where it needs to be, then come down." But I can't hit
Mm-hmm.
it that way. And they say, "You know
Sure.
how ugly that looks?" And at first it was like, "Okay, it is ugly. Let me switch it back to how it used to be." Again, playing the worst golf ever. And
Mm-hmm.
I just went back to the ugly swing and was able to I could go toe to toe with those guys now that keep saying, "Hey, that swing is this, that swing is that."
Right.
So to
Right.
me, it was like, okay, everyone says it's the ugly swing. Let me put it on a shirt and see how many other people are playing bad golf just because they're trying to swing like everybody else when they just probably have a
Mm-hmm.
unique swing that they're
Right.
shying away from
Right.
because it's the ugly swing that everyone keeps
Mm-hmm.
saying.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's no, rock it out. Who cares? It's
Yeah.
ugly.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
how it came about. Then it took a step further to embrace, just embrace yourself. If you want to play golf, play golf. If you like soccer, play soccer. Who really cares?
Mm,
If you love what you
mm,
love, like if you love it, play it, own it.
mm,
And now it's becoming, like I said, something that is more than just if you have an ugly swing, wear it. No. If you have a beautiful swing, you love golf, rock it out.
mhm. There you
Yeah.
go. There you go. I love that. I love that. That's a, I think what you're talking about, it reminds me of, I think every golfer at some part of their journey into the game, they try
Yeah.
to make their swing look like someone else's, right? And there's a
100%.
body type. We all have different body types. We all have different type of flexibility, muscle mass, what have you, our core. You
Yeah.
can't swing like the guys on TV or some of the ladies or what have you. They have beautiful golf swings. At the end of the day, every swing has a unique DNA to it. And I don't think
Yes.
anyone's swing is exactly the same as
Mm-hmm.
another player, right? And so,
100%. Yeah.
um, yeah, you just got to be yourself and be unique. And it sounds
Yeah.
like the ugly swing is something that you've coined your own, and it's something special, and it's moving and it's growing. And I
Mm-hmm.
love how you encourage others just to say, just own it, and then hey, come check me out. Come get you
Yeah.
an ugly swing hoodie, polo, or a
Yeah.
hat. Come support me. So tell me,
Mhm.
where do you see the ugly swing in the next 2 to 5 years? Where do you see your brand going?
2 to 5 years, man. Whenever I think about it, I see guys playing on tour with the
Okay.
ugly swing, with with just the logo, and they probably have the most gorgeous swing on the planet. But they're
Mm,
still rocking the ugly swing. I see that. I see it in different pro shops. So I see
okay.
even, getting gloves made and putting it in Dick's Sporting Goods and places like that. Wherever
Okay.
it, basically wherever it wants to go. I don't
Mm-hmm.
see
Mm-hmm.
really how TaylorMade or Callaway can go to the moon and back, but why can't someone small start and take it
Hundred
just as
percent.
far? So
Hundred
that's what
percent.
those are
100%.
places that I really want to see it. Just turning on the Masters and seeing someone on tour rocking the ugly swing. So, and it's coming. It's getting close. It's getting
I
close.
love it.
There's a local guy who is playing at Q School this week, and
Okay.
he's rocking all ugly swing polos right now.
Love that, man. I
Yeah.
love that. You'll
So
get there. You'll 100% get there. Why not? Why not you? Why not the ugly swing?
exactly. Yeah.
Right? Why not the ugly swing brand? It's about golf, and golfers will get it.
Hmm.
They will get it. They will understand that. And we'll do our part to continue to help sharing your story, man.
Appreciate it,
I
man.
mean, yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I got a couple more questions for you, man. I got a
Yeah. Yeah.
couple questions. If there are some other brands out there,
Hmm.
um, tell me some of the other brands that are out there. Are there any brands that you watch that you like what they're doing out there in the
Oh yeah.
space? Who some that you respect and you
Yeah.
want to see? Okay, I want to see the ugly swing there. At
Hmm.
some point, or you just kind of like what they do, and give me
Yeah.
give me a name or so too that you may have that.
A huge one that even gave me the desire or the push to do it was Eastside Golf. Everyone
Okay,
knows Eastside
okay,
Golf.
mm-hmm.
They're the staple on African American golf. Maccabee,
Okay,
or I don't know if you ever heard of them. I think they're out of Australia,
okay,
but
okay. Not
they
sure.
are,
That one doesn't sound familiar to me.
yeah, they're
Okay,
still a tad small.
okay,
Um, what's their name? Johan. It's a Korean company.
okay,
Um,
okay,
Malbon. You ever heard
okay.
of Jason Day rocks
Yep, yep. Heard of Malbon. Yep, yep. Those are all
Malbon?
great brands. The other two I'd have to look up. I haven't. But
Yeah.
that's the great thing about golfers sharing, what they like and what they
Mhm.
see, and like, man, okay, I like that flavor. I'm gonna do a little bit of this. But at the end of the day, it's inspiring. And that's
That's
what's
it.
great
Yeah.
about golf, right? And there's tons of space, there's tons of room, there's
Hmm.
tons of friendly competition.
Oh yeah.
At the end of the day, it's motivation and
Yes.
inspiration, right? And
Hundred
so
percent.
yeah, there's space for everyone to kind of grow and do their thing
Yeah.
in golf. So I love to see it, man. I love to see you keep moving and growing the sport and growing your own brand. And Hopefully more people find you. Tell me, how can people find JaQwan? How can they come and find find the ugly swing?
The Ugly Swing on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Just type it
Okay,
in Google and it's going to pop
okay,
up. Theuglyswing.com. Real easy, but don't forget putting the in front of Ugly
okay,
Swing. So
okay,
make sure you add the and we're everywhere. Come hit us up. Go check out the 20% off. Use the code EMBRACE at
okay,
checkout. On
okay.
the website right now, we have a story on Charles Sifford, first African
Okay.
American
Mm-hmm.
playing the
Mm-hmm.
PGA. So
Okay.
go check it out. Go get the
Love it.
1961 polos and
Okay.
T-shirts that are on the site. Really appreciate it all, though, man. Really
Okay.
appreciate you
Okay.
too for it.
No, I appreciate you, man. Absolutely. It's all love. Man, you're a natural, bro. You're gifted at this, and it's gonna be easy for you to grow. And I think it takes people like yourself, me, getting together, having conversations, and
Yeah,
just sharing. Like when we talked on the phone, I'm like, I'm all about supporting other creators, right? And then
yeah,
having, just real conversations and and
simple.
and just encouraging others. Because I don't I think others are doing that in other spaces,
Uh huh.
but we're not doing it enough. We're not doing
Exactly.
it enough in the golf space, and I don't see a ton of reaching back. And I want to be one of those ones that are just kind of going forward,
Yeah.
bringing as many as I can bring along with me, and obviously
Mhm.
reaching back when I can. So
Exact. And
yeah,
and you even doing this right here. I was trying to look up other people that are doing it, whether it's on YouTube or there's nothing regarding golf like this. Just a one-on-one
okay,
chatting
yeah,
about
yeah,
a newer brand. No, that's
yeah,
not normal. But
okay, well,
this has been awesome.
yeah,
Yeah,
man. I appreciate you, brother.
anytime, bro. Thank you.
Okay, man. Yeah, all right. Have a good evening, man.